John Airy here with Articulation Times, your source for action figure news, with a figure review for you today of Scorpion from Jazwares' 6-inch Mortal Kombat line. Let's open him up. Okay, so we got him out of the package, and my first thoughts. Well, when I went to buy the figure, I thought the $15 price tag, I got him over at Toys R Us, seemed a little high. This is a Jazwares toy with, I guess, somewhat of an unproven 6-inch figure line of Mortal Kombat figures. I didn't know quite what to expect, and again, 15 bucks seemed a little high, but after getting them out of the package, I'm starting to understand where the value is in this figure. It's in the articulation. Really fantastic, and some of the sculpting on him is great. Let's start first with the articulation, because I think that's one of the figure's strong points. Alright, so we're going to start at the head here. He's got the standard ball and socket on the head, ball and socket with the hinge on the shoulders, a nice hinge on the elbow, and then he has the ball and socket on the wrist, which isn't something you see every day. Usually you just get a little rotation, but the ball and socket on the wrist is very nice. He has some articulation here in the chest, the lower chest, ball and socket with the hinge on the leg joint. He has an upper thigh rotation, which is nice. And the ball and socket with rotation on the knee, again, really nice. And the ball and socket with the hinge on the ankle. So you can really get this guy in just about any pose you want, which is really fantastic. And to couple that with the sculpting, it's really kind of fun. Look at his head here. I don't know if this will come across on the camera, but a very nicely detailed head here. And then his costume is just really exquisite. I love the little intricacies here with the little parts sticking out of his shoulder pads here, and just really well done on the sculpting. These knee pads are pretty rad themselves. Really nice. I think where the figure starts to stumble is the accessories. Well, I really appreciate that he comes packaged with a couple swords and then that little knife thing that he shoots out of his hand. His hands don't really accommodate the weapons very well. When you pull them out of the package, you get the two swords and the dagger, of course, and they fit really nicely, the two swords on his back. They just peg right in, and they come out very easily. There we go. But when you actually go to put the sword in Scorpion's hand here, it's molded so you can't really get it in. That's about as far as it's going to go. And I know I always hear customizers be like, well, why don't you just alter it yourself, or take a little knife and cut it open. I don't want to do that. I just spent 15 bucks on a figure. I don't want to have to get in there and saw off loose pieces of plastic or repaint parts that aren't painted very well. And I don't want to fix things like molded shut hands to get weapons in either. When I pay 15 bucks, I expect a fully completed figure. And as far as the hands go in these weapons, you don't really get that. So that's probably my biggest knock on the figure. Otherwise, great paint job. I love the dude's face. He's got those ghostly eyes and just a rad looking face mask. Really cool figure, and I would consider getting the other figures in the line just based off this guy, because I'm really sort of impressed. If we could just maybe in the second series get a little bit more detail when it comes to the molded hands and getting the weapons to actually fit in those hands, I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I think we got a pretty nice figure right here. There's a shot of that little dagger that supposed to come out of his hand there. So Mortal Kombat 6-inch line from Jazwares. Thumbs up. Definitely looking forward to Series 2 if we get a Series 2, and I'm definitely looking forward to those 4-inch line of figures that we've been hearing a lot about. Well, those are my thoughts on Jazwares' 6-inch Mortal Kombat line. What are yours? You can send me your emails, contact@articulationtimes.com. You can visit the website, articulationtimes.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and also our YouTube channel. For Articulation Times, I'm John Airy. Keep collecting.